Hi, this is a brief tutorial to try to walk you through Edmodo and how we're going to use it in CFL and how you can use it. So the first thing you're going to do is go to the internet and go to edmodo.com. When you get to edmodo.com, in the upper right hand corner, if you're a current user of Edmodo and you've done this before, then go ahead and sign in with your username and password. If you've never created an Edmodo account before, it puts it right here on the front page for you. Go ahead and enter your email address, create a new password, and then click sign up for free. I'm going to go ahead and log in with my password or username and password. And once I've done this, I'm going to join our Champions for Leadership 2015 group. Over here on the left-hand side, you'll have a little column that says groups. And if you click on the plus button, you will have the opportunity to join the group. At this point, you're going to enter the code that was on the handout for you, and it's CYT8QI. You're going to click on join, and it may ask you to enter it again. Go ahead and enter it again, and then you're in. I'm going to click over here on the left-hand side because I've already joined the group. In the future, after you sign in, the group will automatically be listed under your groups column on the left side. So I'm going to click there. And once I'm here, I'm going to take you on a sort of tour of the places that you're going to interact most often. And we're going to start over here on the left-hand side. This is where you're going to navigate and find the things that you really need to know where they are. So the default is that you're always going to see your posts. Think of this as sort of a closed environment that kind of looks like Facebook, but it's designed for educators, and it's designed for closed groups like ours, where not everybody in the world is going to join it, but you can still connect with like-minded people. You can create groups for anything on your own. So with that said, right here, the default, as I said, is posts, and you're going to see a stream of posts. You already see two here. One is an announcement, and the other is a poll, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Underneath posts on the left-hand side is folders. Now this is where you're going to find a lot of the resources. So even if you don't want to really super engage in the posting process, you're still going to have an opportunity to come in here and see the different information, and as much as possible we're going to post everything that is provided to you in paper format, also in digital format here. So for instance, if you come here to this first folder, CFL 2015 schedule, you'll click here, and again, as much as possible, we're going to try to post two versions of what we're providing to you. One that doesn't have any download needed, you can just view it on the web. So if I click here, it opens in a new tab for me, and then I'll be able to view the schedule right here. And I don't have to download the PDF separately. If you have a certain workflow or you like to save all of these in a particular folder somewhere else, we're also going to provide that. So here, if I clicked on this link, it would start the download process of this PDF file. It's the same file, and one of them just says no download needed, and the other one, it says clearly it's a PDF file here. Okay? To get back to the posts, which is generally the home page, I would click here on posts over to the left. This last of these three is members. When I click on members, right now there's nobody in there. It's a group of me. So that's why we need you all to come in to the group, because there will be a list of all of us, and you'll be able to directly connect with anyone else in the group, ask questions, connect independently, but also we want this to be a community where we can collaborate and pick each other's brains and use the best of what we have available to us. So coming back to posts here, this is where I'm going to talk to you about how do you interact on this particular page. So as I said before, there's a post that I've provided as well as a poll. One of the first things I'd like you to try doing is looking at this poll, read through it. It's kind of a fun poll. It's about your favorite vacation spot. Make sure you click on show all results, because there are, in fact, 4 different options. And then you'll be able to vote. Now, because I actually created this poll, I don't have a voting option for myself, but you will. So you'll be able to either click somewhere next to one of these options to put in your vote. And then it refreshes and it updates automatically, which is Nice. If you want to post something new, because everybody has posting rights, right here where it says type your note, you can ask any question, and you see right here that it's only going to Champions for Leadership 2015. In addition, so if I wanted to say hello or introduce myself in some way, I could also attach a file or attach a link directly to this post. I click on send, and then it'll fall into the stream itself. So I'm going to click on send, and you'll see, there it is, it pops right up. I encourage you to try, and just know you will not break Edmodo no matter what happens. So if you come over here to the gear and you've posted something and you're like, I didn't really mean to post that, or I posted it too soon, or whatever, you can click on this gear and then click on delete post. You could also edit it as well if you'd like. The last thing I want to show you about posting is that you can actually schedule a message. So this is useful in some situations where you know you want to say something, but you don't want it posted quite yet. You want it to go out later. If you click on schedule message, you choose the date, you choose the time, you preload all of everything that you're going to say, and then it goes out when you need it to go out. These others are more geared towards actual teachers in a classroom, and they're really useful in those situations, but for our purposes, maybe not as much. The poll is the only one that might be useful for you, particularly in going through the entire year if you want to get everybody's opinion or perspective on something, or if you just, have a fun question to ask. If you click on poll, you just write your question, whatever it is. What's your favorite vacation spot? Add the answers. If you want more than just 2 answers, you just click add answer until you have as many as you need or want. Then you click send, and that's it. So that is navigating the left-hand side of the group, the posts part of the group, and the last thing I want to show you is your own personal settings. So this is where you're going to determine how often you get notified of different things, as well as changing your profile picture, which is actually a very important step in this process. So if you click on the little caret or drop down in the upper right-hand corner and go down to profile, you're going to see that there's some information about you. Right here, when you fly over with your mouse, you're going to have a little pencil, and whenever you see the pencil, that gives you the opportunity to edit. So you click on that, and then you can upload a photo, or you can actually create your own little avatar. It's really important that people be able to put a face to a name. So even if that's an avatar, even if you don't feel comfortable putting your face on there, it's really nice to be able to say, okay, visually, this is who this is. And you could actually spend quite a lot of time on the personalizing of the avatar. Okay, I encourage you to fill out a little bit about me, and then go from there. So once you have your profile picture, you've filled out a little bit about you, click on the caret, go down to settings. Now settings, over here on the left-hand side, gives you a little bit more information. So this can be if you need to change the school that you initially signed up with, because it will ask you for your school at the beginning. If there's a profile URL that you want to save, and most people don't fill those pieces out, so don't worry too much about that. Email and text updates. So this is important because you need to decide how often you want to be notified of what and how you want to be notified. So you can be notified either via email or text message or none at all. And if you decide text message, you'll have to put your phone number in there, but same with email, obviously. And then you choose, do you want to be alerted, do you want to be emailed or texted when you get alerts, notes, direct messages, replies, new group members, group join requests, or connection requests. You'll see that none of mine are checked right now, but that's just because that's how I've decided to work with this, that I come into Edmodo on a regular basis and I check at that point. But if you're only in 1 or 2 groups, it might be really useful to enable some of those updates. Over here on the left, this is also where you can change your password. And privacy allows you to set some privacy settings. And then applications is something we're not really going to work with all that much. Last but not least, this upper left-hand corner where it says home, If you click there, it takes you all the way back to that front home page, not the group page, but your overall home page. Because if you choose to join other groups, or if you have already joined other groups, you're going to see all of those posts in your home page. Again, it's kind of like Facebook, where you have your home page of everything, but then if you want to go into a specific Facebook group, you go into that group and just read what's pertaining to that group. Okay, so I know that's kind of a lot, but that's why we're recording it, so you can pause, you can rewind, you can look at the handout, you can see the screenshots, you can read the text. Last but not least, go to, what I would suggest you do is pause the video after you hear what I say here. This is an Edmodo badge challenge. So what I'm challenging you to do is to start engaging on Edmodo. Add yourself to the CFL group, update your profile photo or add an avatar, either way. Respond to the poll that's already posted in our group and introduce yourself. Create a new note in our group with your position at SCCOE and what part of CFL interests you most, or what are you most excited about, or what are you most apprehensive about, and start a conversation. And you'll see that it's really a great way to connect with each other and to engage in this process. You don't have all that much time together through the year, and to be able to connect to other people from other branches and other positions is so valuable, and this is just another way to do that. So I hope this was helpful. If you do these things on the challenge, then there will be a prize for you at the next meeting. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thanks. Bye.